Greendale craftsman, the expression give with both hands means everything. So much so, he's based his entire life and livelihood on it. Michael Schlesinger spoke with the owner of Two Hands Restoration to find out how his work focuses on recreating and revitalizing not just structures, but communities.
It's a puzzle because there's history and there's modern function.
Old meets new with what Ron Rosh does. He's 70 years old, but nowhere near retirement. This craftsman tells me he has a lot of restoring left in him.
I see this happening. I see three-dimensional things very well and can foresee where they're going and maybe where they came from.
Ron says he got his artistry and creativity from both his parents, so it's no surprise he's ended up in the trades and running Two Hands Restoration for the last 3 decades.
Everything I did involved my hands. And so there's also this classic logo that you see of two hands shaking. And this is how I decided to engage all those things into the concept.
He's worked on everything from log cabins to barns to historic homes, but he's very particular on the date of origin.
I strictly work on things from the 1830s, as early as we go in Wisconsin's built environment, up to the 1930s. So I don't tend to do much with ranch houses, McMansions of the 90s, etc. There's a place in the world for all kinds of design, but I'd rather say sort of Art Deco and back.
Some of the projects he's most proud of are within blocks of each other in Wauwatosa. He was assigned the task of rebuilding a front porch on the Day Austin mansion dating back to the 1870s. It was the home of a prominent doctor at the time.
There was an absolute deadline for when that porch was going to receive hundreds of people tramping up the steps to enjoy this interior.
But he knew what he had to do.
Made me call my dad out of retirement. I put up 2 towers of scaffolding on either side of the porch, put up a temporary roof over the space so that we would never have a rain day, and I could actually accomplish this in a very short amount of time.
The use of an old photograph gave this restorer clues on how the structure had to be rebuilt.
There was an existing bracket on the bay, and that bracket also exists on the porch, which was no longer there. So I could use that bracket as a unit of measure and scale everything of the porch off of that bracket.
At the Thomas Benjamin Hart House, the home's gables were missing finials. These are distinctive ornaments around the top of the roof. And in case you're wondering, Mr. Hart was one of the original founders of TOSA.
The ability to dissect something and then rebuild it. It's not brain surgery, but it's very involved.
At the Neelan Walker House, where you'll find the Wauwatosa Historical Society, this builder had to design and construct a staircase inside the carriage house leading up to a replica of an old schoolroom.
Every building is going to evolve, but then again, I feel it's best to try and respectfully carry on the intent of the original architect and therefore the original owner.
For those who live in historic homes, Rosh has a message. He says there are tax credits readily available so actual homeowners can make upgrades, in some cases desperately needed.
Look into getting tax credits and things for doing the right type of work so that they can be very satisfied in their time in the house and their preservation of the house for the future.
And for those who actually might want to become a tradesman like him and build something from the ground up or roof down, words of encouragement.
I really appreciate being here to help give people the sense that the trades are a great place to form a career and to have steady income.
In the meantime, you'll find this creator looking forward to his next project, physically connecting the past to the future, an historic preservationist, if you will.
We all learn from our ancestors in our community and the world at large. So history is our guide.
I'm able to find gems that